Welcome back, Ebenezer family, to Freedom in the Word. I am Minister Lonnie Harris.
And I am Minister Sherry Knotts.
And we are still on the subject, I am a Christian, but. And we have discussed so many different things, so many different great topics. We're just asking you guys that if you've enjoyed them, please continue to like, please continue to comment, please continue to share. Today, we want to talk about, I am a Christian, but I worry.
I worry, Lord.
Worry. I am a worrier.
Worry wart.
Not a warrior, not W-A, but worrier, W-O. You know, I just worry about everything.
You just make everybody nervous.
Absolutely, absolutely. And it's so easy to do, Minister Sherry, because as people first, not Christians, but as people in general.
Let's start there.
I believe our first tendency is to try to resolve whatever issues that we may face.
I got this.
Absolutely. We try to own, like you said, those types of things that we come across in our life with our family, our finances, you know, our loved ones, our jobs, just all these different things.
How about conflict?
Absolutely. And we just think that we can fix those things.
Oh, I'm gonna fix it.
We don't want those problems now, Miss. Take it to the Lord and pray. Let's take it to the Lord.
I'm going to take it once I done fixed it because I need God to get me out.
And that's our natural tendency. That's our natural tendency. Exactly that. It's how can I fix it? How can I
Let me sit down and decide what I'm going to do.
Absolutely. Yeah. What are your thoughts about just worrying, being a worrier?
Well, from a healthcare standpoint, worrying does a lot of things, negative things to the body.
Yes.
Okay, it causes mental anguish, stress. You start maybe even seeing and hearing things that are not there. But then it causes your blood pressure to go up, which is not good. For diabetics, those that are diabetics type 1, especially, it does a number of things to their body, causing them to, have the increased blood sugar, which is not good. And then it also can cause you to be very tired, very fatigued, and you don't even know what's going on. You lose sleep, then your nutrition, it is affected as well. So worry in general is just not good. Yeah. But then the other standpoint of worry is you worry other people.
Yeah.
You just make every time they're like, no, I ain't want to hear talking about that. I done told her what to do. Why to keep, you know what I mean? It just really, and it causes you to kind of be isolated if we really want to tell the truth about the matter about worrying. So worry is just not good at all. But here's what I found. Like you said, as a person, the struggle with worry, it's continuous. It doesn't stop.
Correct.
At all. There's always something that we can worry about. But then at the same note, there's always something we can trust God about.
There is. Yeah. There is. Yeah. And one of the scriptures that came to mind as we started talking about and discussing worry is 1 Peter 5:7. It says to cast all your cares upon him. Because he cares for you. A lot of times we quote these scriptures,
but we don't know.
And they sound so nice.
Oh, doesn't it sound good?
When Dr. Lynch talks about this from the pulpit, or you hear it, someone say it, you get excited and you get happy, and you say, Lord, I'm leaving it, and we call for the altar prayer, and here we come with tears streaming down our face and snot bubbles coming out our nose, and we say, Lord, I'm casting it.
Leave it on you.
And then we go home.
And pick it right on back up.
And then we go home.
Yeah.
And the problem's facing us.
Because the problem's still there.
Absolutely.
Because see, the problem with that is, a lot of times, when we say we're going to cast our cares on him, but he cares for us, we're going to trust those matters to him, we have to trust the process.
Ooh, say that again.
The process.
Oh, boy.
So you entering in to this contract. Okay, God, you said, your word says this, so my part is to give it to you. But he doesn't always tell you what the process is.
Correct.
Now, the end of it is I'm not going to be worried about it. God is going to handle it, which means he's going to handle it his way.
Correct.
And God don't always handle things in the time or the manner of which we would want him to.
No. That's why we got to help him sometimes.
Yeah,
that's why we feel we got to help him sometimes.
Yeah, I got to help. God, you can handle it. You got so many other things to do. Let me take care of this.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And like you said, a lot of times that's exactly what we do. When we get home, we face those same problems. We pick them back up.
It ain't changed since I left church.
Exactly. It felt good in the moment. While we at the altar, it felt good in the moment.
30 minutes ago.
But then when reality comes back and hits us again, we then pick it back up and say, well, how in the world can I fix this? How in the world can I resolve this? How in the world can I change this? How in the world can I help my child? How in the world can I help my job? How in the world can I help these? I got to do all of these types of things. Mm-hmm. You had a wonderful scripture in Proverbs that kind of talks about all of those types of things.
Let me tell you, and it's real simple, something we all know. Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. Mm-hmm. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not to thine own understanding. Yeah. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy path. So even in that, but you got to be willing.
Yes.
So a lot of prayers, sometimes I pray, God, make me willing to be willing. Because then when I yield my will for his, then that opens up a whole lot of doors, being humble. Yeah. Taking, because that's humility is a big thing. Taking that to him. There was a quote that I stumbled upon when I was like in the 8th grade, long time ago. Hush, I know. But the quote said, I don't know. So I don't know whose quote this is, but it says, "To trust is not to worry, but to worry is not to trust."
Okay.
And so if we're going to choose to worry, then I'm not trusting, that God is going to handle it. Now some people say, well, that don't mean I'm not. If you break this down, and we're not going to banter about this, it's the truth. If you're going to trust God to handle it, then that means then I can lay worrying down. Yeah. For this matter, you can worry about something else.
Correct.
But, and then so we have the hymns. Leave them there. Leave them there. Leave them there. Take your burdens to the Lord and leave them there. Yeah. What a friend we have in Jesus. Oh, yeah. What was that you were talking about?
Oh, what peace we often forfeit.
Forfeit.
Oh, what needless pain we bear.
Huh?
All because we do not carry. Everything.
Huh?
Everything.
All of it.
Yeah. To God in prayer. Absolutely. Yeah.
In prayer. So when we talk about this, let's bring out the tool, the very tool, the gift, the privilege of prayer. It is such a great warrior, WARRIOR, weapon.
Yes.
It's part of your arsenal.
Yeah.
Prayer, because we're going to talk to God about it. We're going to talk to him, and we're going to trust him. I'm going to be transparent. I was talking with someone this week, and I just had to break it down to them. I said, be as transparent with God as you are with me, because you know what? Some of the things you say, it might, shake me up a little bit, but don't none of that shake God. It don't rock him.
No.
Because he already knows.
Yeah, I think that's important that God understands and knows where we are in whatever and what he wants to know. He wants to hear it from us.
From us, right.
Absolutely.
Right.
Because when he hears it from us, then we're saying, God, but basically what I take and what I feel as though I'm saying, I can't handle this specific thing. Right. And so God, I got to tell you about it. And that's why I like what 1 Peter 5 says, that cast all your cares upon him, for he cares for you. A lot of times I go talking to Minister Sherry, I go talking to brother so-and-so, I go talking to my wife, I go talking to sister so-and-so about these problems. They don't care.
But they can't do anything about it.
Absolutely. They got their own issues. They got their own worries.
But even in the fact that, and they may care, but they can't do anything about it.
Very true, very true.
They can't nothing. They can't move no mountains for you. Yeah. They can't trouble somebody's spirit and make them do, no. But God can.
Yes, very true.
He really can.
Yeah.
I've seen him do it too many times.
Yeah.
I've experienced him just making ways out of no ways.
Go ahead.
We were talking about fasting, and I got so filled up when it was my opportunity to stand and testify. And there were so many things that I have experienced with fasting, but one in particular, and I'll be very, very brief, was the cousin of mine that was pregnant, and they told her baby would have spina bifida, and they projected it to be really bad. But we fasted and we prayed. We didn't worry.
Yeah.
And we took that thing to God in prayer. And when he was delivered, it was like, they still said he had it, but they had all these people in the delivery room because they were prepared for this bad case.
Wow.
And it was pretty much like, even the doctor was, and so I was like, let me see. I don't know if they normally let people see, but I was like, let me, and it was very, very tiny, the spot on his spine. So, us choosing to trust God and not worry, that's a classic example.
Yeah. There's a statistic that I've came across. It's been many years ago, and something I always remember. It said that 85% of what we worry about will never happen.
Come on.
And so ultimately, in that statistic, it's basically saying that all the stuff that we worry about, we preparing for, we concerned about, it won't even take place.
So those people building those underground shelters?
Yes, absolutely correct. Worried about absolutely nothing. There's nothing that will never happen.
No.
Yeah, absolutely. And so
we ain't gonna have no zombies walking around.
And so ultimately, while we're worrying, while we're so concerned about these things, these are the times that we've got to really trust God. Yeah. We've got to lean on God. We've got to depend on God and say, what? That's an excellent point. Find something else to do with your time other than worry. Yeah. Other than worry. Absolutely.
Filling up all your day with just for, I'm just so worried about, and that's like taking a flight. We were talking about that yesterday over dinner with some friends, and I said, I don't really worry about flights anymore. Now, the times and it's only happened once, that I was worried about a flight because of a dream I had, I didn't take it. I didn't take it because I couldn't decipher if God was warning me or if I got on that plane, that's what was going to happen. So I didn't want to be Jonah. Yeah. And so I just didn't go. But even with that, I cover the plane, the fuses, the airline, the commode. I cover the flight attendants, Lord, the pilots. Let them not be drinking, don't be consuming any substances. Let them have rest. I mean, seriously, let them be able to communicate with the control tower. That's what I do. You know what I'm saying? And I used to fly a lot, so I'm talking about every night. Just about, I was on my knees praying for this particular aircraft carrier because I didn't want to be on the plane. Yeah. And you're gonna tear up everybody else's piece on the plane. Yeah. Because everybody wants to get where they're going. Correct. They do. But yeah.
Finally, Minister Sherry, Matthew 6:25-34. Read that at your own leisure. It just talks about worry. It talks about worrying about what you're gonna eat, how you're gonna dress. And basically the Bible is telling us, and Jesus is talking about here on this Sermon on the Mount, just talking about we don't need to worry about those things. God cares for you. He loves you. He's going to take care of all of that. And so that's my thoughts, of words of encouragement that, we don't need to worry. God has got it all in control. Whether you worry, whether you don't worry, God is still the answer. And He's
always.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got it all in control. The things that we're worrying about, God has already resolved them and already fixed them. It just hasn't manifested yet.
And that's the other thing. Don't y'all know that what troubles us concern God first? So the word tells us, what concerns us concerns God. So I just learned how to turn that around and say, if it's a concern of mine, it concerns Him first.
Correct. Absolutely.
And that's why He's allowing me to be even aware of it. But there's also another scripture, and I'll have to put it up at the end. The word says, "Come all you who are heavy laden and burdened, and I will give you rest." And rest is peace. Yes. It's peace of mind. It's peace. You say it's freedom from worrying about how I'm gonna pay my bills. It's freedom from worrying about what job am I gonna be on, or what's gonna happen at the job tomorrow, or me driving down the road, or any of that, or our interaction with other people. We're just gonna trust God with those issues.
Yes, absolutely. Any closing thoughts, Minister Sherry?
Closing thoughts would be, don't beat yourself up if you find that you have been a worrier, not a warrior, because we know that grace is still abounding. Absolutely. You can turn that around at any moment. But the other thing of it is, don't beat yourself up if you continue to have things to worry about, because in those moments, cast your cares to the Lord. Okay, you still be aware that I got some everything going on, but I'm gonna trust God with it, and ever how He chooses to fix it is going to be the best for me. Yeah.
My closing thoughts, Minister Sherry, they kind of mirror yours, but here's something that I would like to say to our audience. I challenge you today that whenever you're worrying, my challenge to you is to write down what you're worried about.
Come on,
write it down, document it. Pray about it. Pray about it consistently until worry alleviates, until the worry is gone. And so that's my challenge to you all. And as Minister Sherry said, what we have to understand is that God is not going to fix it the way that you want Him to fix it. And that's what we've got to come to the realization of, that as I write down what I'm worried about and I'm trusting God, I'm also trusting Him to fix it the way that He wants to fix it, not the way that I want it fixed. And so this is my challenge. Write it down, that worry. Each time it's something, whatever it may be, document it. Pray about it. Say, God, I'm trusting you. I'm leaving it in your hand. When you find yourself worrying about it again, picking it back up, go back to it. Say, God, I'm trusting you with this. I'm leaving it in your hands to fix it the way that you desire to fix it. Absolutely. And I think that will then increase not only our prayer life, but also our trust and relationship and dependency upon God to resolve whatever challenges us, whatever issues we may have at heart. So, Ebenezer family, we love you. We appreciate you. Again, this is Freedom in the Word. I am Minister Lonnie Harris.
And I am Minister Sherry Knox.
We'll be talking to you next time. God bless you.